Hey mathematicians, I'm here to help you not be tripping on fractions. Here we go. So fractions, what are they? A fraction is division, plain and simple. It's the numerator over the denominator. The denominator is the man. He is strong. He is the protector. He is the man. He holds up the numerator when they need it. He protects the numerator. Like you go in the house, somebody out there trying to get you, the denominator is going to be there. He is the man. So that's how I remember it. You remember it how you want to. So first things first is equivalent fractions. Get your factor trees in here, break it down to the prime numbers. Show that work all the way across. You don't have to show the factor trees and the work across. One or the other is fine. Cross out those that are alike in the numerator and denominator. You're left with 4/11ths in this case. And that's all we're doing. Next example, we do something very similar. If the factor trees really help you, do the factor trees over here off to the side, nice and neat, like I did mine off to the side, down to the prime factors down here. And then I showed them across and used my orange pen to cross it off. Of course, I circled my final answer with what was left. And I did the same thing up here, circle that final answer. It doesn't matter if you circle with a highlighter or with your pencil, as long as you circle your final answer, even especially in your notes, okay? All right, no mixed numbers. Mixed numbers shall not exist in high school math. It just isn't done. I don't want you going to high school looking like you still an elementary, middle school student. So what I'm going to make you do is use improper fractions or decimals. Get in the habit now. This is what's going to help you the most. So just to review, take it from a mixed number to an improper fraction by multiplying the denominator by the whole number, then add in the numerator. And I've given an example here of how to do that, how to show the work here, and get your final answer. Now, the other way to do this is by changing it to a decimal. You won't need this as often, but I do want you to have this in your notes. It's taking the whole number out front. You know it's the whole number. We don't have to fool with that. Then we just need to take the fraction into a decimal. And we do that here. You'll see that I work my long division down, and whatever the remainder is, I bring it back up in front of the next zero. It's neater to me. It's easier for me to follow. I don't have to follow those long lines of long division. And I do that here until I come up with 3.125, which is equal to 25 over 8. All right, let's multiply. And again, I've got some mixed numbers in here just so you can practice changing this up. 3 times 3 is 9, plus 2 is 11, 11 over 3. And I did the same thing similarly here, following that same process. Don't forget that negative sign here. And I simplified this. Always change to the improper fraction, then simplify. So I simplified 3 goes into 9 3 times, 3 goes into 3 once. I used the blue pen to show that difference. And 11 times negative 3, don't forget your negative, is negative 33 over 5. 1 times 5 is still 5. Okay? Let's divide. Here we go dividing. For some reason, I switched it up on my paper so the steps are on the right and the work is on the left. It doesn't matter how you do it as long as you good with it. Steps to dividing, change it to an improper fraction if it needs to be, which it was done here. Then you saw I made a little boo-boo here, so I had to use the whiteout pen. It's okay. Just make yours nice and neat. So keep the first fraction. Change the sign. I highlighted this so you would note that in your examples here, and flip the fraction. You could use a different color highlighter here if that's what you wanted to use. Whatever makes you happy, whatever makes your notes beautiful, so you'll pay attention to it. And once I flip this second one, I then need to cross multiply. I need to cancel out, divide both sides by 3, and reduce, divide by 2, and reduce, simplifying. That leaves me with negative 1 times 2 over 1 times 3, which is negative 2/3. And of course, I circled my final answer. All right, let's add. This is where y'all run into some problems. But we're going to start with the lowest common multiple, also called the least common multiple, sometimes referred to as the lowest common denominator. All this is whip out your quick, handy-dandy multiplication table and look at the multiples of 6. If I'm asking for this information, you need to write them out. If I'm not asking for this information, write them out anyway so you can see them. That'll help you practice. In this case, it just so happens that the 6 and the 7 multiplied together create the least common multiple. In some instances, you will multiply those two numbers together, but it won't necessarily give you the least common multiple. It'll give you a multiple, but it might not be the lowest multiple. So we want to make sure that we're using the least common multiple, and looking at your times table is the quickest way to do that. You don't have to think about this skip counting. You can just copy it straight from your times table. Okay? So let's add. We're going to use that information to add using the sliding board method. I showed you this in class. You should come back and review these concepts. Find the least common multiple. I did it here. I did it here for you. I'll show the illustration of this. I want you to try this on your own. See if you can knock this out for class tomorrow. Multiply the numerator and for both sides, and then add the numerators together and keep the denominator. Then below that, you're going to leave room and you're going to show the old way. But you should have both of these, space for both of these in your notes for class tomorrow. For fractions, subtracting fractions, process is very similar, exactly the same, except before where it told you to add, now you're going to subtract. So if you'll set this up, write down what I have here, and leave the blank space, that's fine. If you want to go ahead and try to do the sliding board and the old way of doing it, that's fine too. Whatever makes you happy. I hope this is helpful to you. We'll see you in class.